Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to another gear review. In this gear review, I want to talk about an essential piece of gear for me this past season. A piece of gear I could not have survived without throughout the day. It was saved me a lot of stress, a lot of pain and suffering throughout the season. And what that piece of gear was the NRS Bills bag. Now, what is the Bills bag? Well, the Bills bag is a dry bag, and probably NRS's oldest and most known piece of gear out there, especially with dry bags. It comes in two different sizes. This is the 110 liter, and it also comes in a 65 liter, and it comes in a heavy duty version as well, where they take the same heavy duty material on the bottom and extend it up the sides, so you have extra protection on the bottom and around the sides of the bag for heavy duty applications, which is nice. Now, the Bills bag was designed back in the 70s by Bill Park, the founder of NRS, and since 1977 it has been a really well used piece of gear on the rivers. I've seen lots of mileage, lots of different rivers, and probably been across the world and back. One of my favorite pieces about this bag is actually the backpack straps here. These are fully removable backpack straps. There's a couple clips here at the top, a couple clips down here on the bottom, and you can take the straps off, throw them in the bag, throw them aside if you don't want to use them. It makes it a lot easier to fly with, a lot easier to tie down into your boats. That way you don't have to worry about the straps itself. But it's also a nice addition, so you can actually use this as a backpack, which I did a lot during the summer. The shoulder straps are padded, and it comes with a hip belt as well. It's a little skinny, but it'll get the job done. In more modern versions of the bags, they have these aluminum clips on the bags to eliminate buckle breakages. They used to have the old plastic buckles on there, and I remember my very first Bills bag I ever came across, it actually came with a inflatable paddleboard. That was the bag they sent with the paddleboard, so you could hike the paddleboard into places. It was a little tough to get everything together and into the bag, and it had the plastic clips on there, which I'm sure by now quite a few of them are actually broken. But these aluminum ones are fantastic. I have yet to break any of them. They're metal, they don't break very easily. And just by design there as well, you put a little tension on the cam straps and they don't really come off. I've never had one of these pop off of me. I've actually had this bag full plus capacity on my bike, roaring down the highway at 65 miles an hour, and none of the buckles have come off. So I really like the buckles for that reason. They're hardy, they don't come off. Another great thing about the Bills bag is it's actually a top open bag. It's got a little bit of Velcro on the inside, so it can actually close it a bit easier. That's the kind of ripping sound you heard. But it's a top down bag, so you can actually reach all the way down into the bottom and take stuff off the top of the bag. It's the only top open bag I have anymore. A lot of all my other bags are side zips or side open bags. A lot of my watersheds are. This is one of the non-watershed bags I actually own now. That being said, there is quite a lot of room in this bag at 110 liters. It is quite big. I mean, I can cover up the entire camera there, no problem at all. And I could probably fit my dog in here, most definitely. He doesn't seem to like it. Anyway, the top-down design is pretty nifty. You might have to pack it a little bit different than you do a side entry bag. On the top-down bag, you might have to pack the items you don't have to get to immediately or don't get to a lot at the bottom of the bag, and then pack out from there. Usually that leaves like a sleeping bag on the top, pillows on the top, the first things that come out of your bag, stuff like that. It doesn't have to be a sleeping bag, it doesn't have to be a pillow, but the stuff you might want to get to when you first get down to camp, or if this is your only bag on the river, something you want to get easy access to or quick access to. Now, to work this bag, it is really simple. You're going to simply open up the top of the bag, put anything you want to keep dry into the bag, close the bag, push any of the air you can out of the bag, unless you want some air in there to help it float a little bit. And then you're going to roll the bag down at least 3 times. 3 times is a minimum, but I'll have to go more than that just to help keep it more watertight. After that, there are 4 buckles that help keep this bag closed. There are 2 that come up and over the top, and then 2 that run along the sides. These buckles are aluminum buckles on cam straps, and they are really easy to use. You're simply going to grab the buckle, find a corresponding loop fabric that it feeds into, and then tighten the buckle down. After you do all 4 of them, you're ready to go. Like I said, I really like this bag. It's a great bag, especially for the money. This one retails for about $160. It's coming Black Friday. You might find some that are cheaper. Although I had looked at NRS at the making of this video, and a lot of the Bill's bags are actually on back order. I believe the earliest you can get one is December 1st. So that might be a bit of a downer. I know that the heavy duty ones, which run a little higher than 160 bucks, you can get now. They come in a couple colors. But other than that, they are mostly on back order. It's like a lot of stuff in the world right now. Anyway, that was a quick rundown and gear review of the Bill's bag. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. And if you haven't subscribed and you find yourself coming back here a lot, please consider subscribing. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comment section. I love reading over them. I love, answering questions, talking to you guys about stuff. Other than that, I will catch you guys in the next video.